hangs the Montreal Olympic logo as we move to the third of the 4 individual event finals. The balance beam is 4 inches wide, 4 feet high, demanding and dangerous. Last chance for a Katarina Szabo. She has yet to win a gold medal in these World Championships, not up to the form of Los Angeles, where she was the heroine of her country, of Romania.
Since her fall on this apparatus in the team competition, she just hasn't been able to come back. She does a press mount. I know that she's put a lot of pressure on herself right now. Winning at least 1 gold medal would make a big difference in her attitude and the way she... 2 back handsprings to allow, and the way she would feel and want to continue. This is a big letdown for her.
She won this event in the 1985 World University Games.
Scissor leap to 2 split jumps. Showing her flexibility. And one of the requirements, a full turn. Aerial walkover, that's what she fell in the team competition. She's solid there. And so far moving along without any breaks.
Coming to the final, she's just 25 one-thousandths out of the lead.
And we have seen her rise to the occasion in the past, and so far so good. Great flexibility. Getting ready now for her dismount. She shouldn't pause too long. Here it is, round off, double back, right on.
Good.
Has to be happy with that exercise. A great comeback.
The crowd isn't very fond of her, are they? Huh? They really love her in North America. Katarina Szabo.
And a fitting ending.
Will she win it? Well, there are several others coming up, including the leader, Natalia Yurchenko of the Soviet Union.
Let's take a look at in slow motion at her back handsprings. Right into a layout. And she's right on. Shoulders square to the beam. And also her dismount. Has to take a good preparation here. Both feet landing on the beam. She rises way above. And not a step.
Well, 9.875. Now, where do you see the deductions there? That looked like an extremely good routine.
It was a terrific routine. Subjective judging, Jim.
So it may be that her hopes are gone again. 9.875 for a Katarina Szabo. Unless they're going to mark very low all the way through. Well, coming up is Elena Shushunova. There she is from the Soviet Union, the 14-year-old who tied for the gold medal in the individual all-around. She brings in the same mark to this final that Szabo did.
And look at this mount. It's called a planche. Talk about strength. She is extremely aggressive on this apparatus and can be so even more now since she's won the all-around. There's no pressure. Back handspring right into 2 back layouts. And we mention all the time the fact that you have to work this apparatus as if you're on the floor.
Of course, the fact that Szabo came first of the leaders worked to her detriment, too.
Whoops, there's a big break.
They have to leave themselves someplace to go for higher marks.
Chin stand, showing a variation. That little bobble could cost her 2/10 of a point. There's a split jump right into a back handspring straddle down, a little bit off there. Judges may take off 1/2 at the most. Good flexibility there. And there. You can see she's getting ready for a dismount. Round off, double back. One slight error in the middle of a routine. Other than that, Jim, excellent.
Let's have a look at that error she made.
Once again, concentration is so important. Many times you'll see a gymnast successfully complete a difficult acrobatic element and then let down slightly on the less demanding move and unfortunately bobble.
9.675, so she does not move ahead of Szabo. It could happen yet. Coming into this balance beam final. She, however, has looked so tired in all of these finals, it seems to me, Kathy.
She looks a little bit listless. When you watch her mount, though, you'll get the feeling she's floating in the air. It takes an awful lot of energy just to do this particular move. Just round off, and she just floats it there again.
It may be that Szabo will yet win a gold medal. Now, a 9.85, the way I figure it, would be good enough to tie her for the gold. But
2 big breaks.
yeah,
it is all over for Natalia Yurchenko on this apparatus. Scissor split.
I'd be willing to bet that that's an exhausted young woman up there, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. She has been this way all through the competition.
Yeah. 20 years old, a more mature gymnast. Most of the others have been the leaders here.
Here's a back handspring right in the middle of the beam. It's very important that her shoulders and hips stay right over the beam. In fact, if they weren't, she could almost pull that balance beam over. Very spectacular. Whip to a handstand. Such grace and perfection of each element. She really floats up there. Once again, preparing now for dismount. You can see it in her eyes, Jim. She just is not there. Round off, double back, little step there on the end.
Well, in fact, that was a very gutty performance by Natalia Yurchenko. Fighting it out to the end in these World Championships, where she lost her World Individual All-Around title.
Such a difficult mount. You have to really line your body up in the center of that beam, and if it's off slightly, you're on the floor. And that's easy to do when you're running and trying to hit a mark on that beat board.
Disappointment and exhaustion written on the face of Natalia Yurchenko. But for Szabo, well, it's nail-biting time now, because depending on this mark, well, there it is, 8.925. She's still the leader. Szabo may yet win a gold medal in these championships. Now the final performer on the balance beam is little Daniela Silivas of Romania. She was in 4th place coming in. She's got a good shot at the bronze medal. A 9.7 would give her the bronze medal. A perfect mark of 10, in fact, would give her the championship.
She has done outstanding in this competition and a real crowd pleaser. Aerial walkover, she's solid. She has been warming up for the balance beam since the competition started. She is so precise. Back handspring right into a back flip. Perfect landing. Not bad. Great extension. Shoulder stand.
That's a little different.
And that's what the judges want. They want to see originality. Jim, with all the falls we've seen, she knows what she has to do. She's been watching, too, out of the corner of her eye. 2 layouts in a row, and she's solid. So far, one of the best performances. Getting ready now for a dismount. She can't pause too long. Round off back handspring, double back. And that was a great exercise.
That sure looked like a medal performance of some kind.
Big hug from Katarina. Oh.
Yeah.
And a standing ovation.
Countryman of Katarina. Actually, that's the first standing ovation we've seen here, I think. The little Daniela Silivas. Romanians keep coming up with them.
And tumbling series like this are so impressive to the judges. There's a lot of risk involved, but she nailed it.
She got it medal. Just when it looked like Szabo had won and we had awarded her the gold medal, she has had it snatched from her again. This time by her little teammate, Daniela Silivas. So a sudden moment of glory for Silivas and another defeat for a Katarina Szabo. The ball just doesn't bounce her way. But she does win the silver medal, and Shushunova of the Soviet Union takes third. In a minute, the floor exercise final.